All right, everybody, welcome back as we are at halftime in this first college football playoff quarterfinal. Miami in front of Ohio State 14-0. Let's run down some of these first half stats. Miami 165 yards of offense to Ohio State's 154. First down edge for Miami, 11-8, but the time of possession, Miami had it for over 19 minutes in that first half. 19 minutes, 15 seconds to be exact. Ohio State had it 10 minutes, 45 seconds. Ohio State's done all their damage through the air, 157 yards passing. Miami with 98 rushing yards. Miami with 67. Ohio State -3 rushing yards in the first half. Individually, Carson Beck in this first half, Miami quarterback 14 of 18 for 98 yards and a touchdown. Running the football, Mark Fletcher Jr. leads the way for the Hurricanes, 12 carries, 44 yards. Gerard Pringle Jr. rushed it 2 times for 10 yards. Carson Beck, the quarterback, had 10 yards rushing on 4 carries, and Malachi Toney rushed it once for 4 yards. 5 different receivers caught a ball for Miami in the first half. We'll run down some of these other stats here after the second half kickoff as Miami kicks it away to open the second half. This will get run out of the end zone. And not a good decision as does not reach the 20-yard line. Dropped at the 16-yard line. Buckeyes took a chance there, ran it out of the end zone, and it backfired as they are starting inside their own 20. Julian Sayin, 11 of 20 passing the ball in the first half for 157 yards for Ohio State. Did have that one interception that was a pick 6. First down for Ohio State. Football sitting. They're going to mark it at the 18. First possession, second half. This is a handoff, and this is Jackson, and Bo Jackson gets up to the 24-yard line. He will pick up 6 yards on first down, bringing up second down and 4. Apologies, I was a little late jumping back on. There was a connection issue, it appeared, or something, and I couldn't get logged back on, but it looks like we're all set. We're all good to go once again. Second down for the Buckeyes, as with that run there, the Buckeyes finally at positive yards rushing. And it goes right back to Jackson, and he's going to get a first down across the 30 to the 31-yard line. So Bo Jackson, back-to-back 7-yard carries to open the second half. First down, Ohio State football at the 31-yard line. Opening possession, third quarter. Buckeyes trying to finally get on the board here in this game. Sayin fakes the handoff. Sayin looking. Sayin throws, pass caught, and out of bounds at the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 6 yards. Brandon Innes with another reception for Ohio State. That's Innes' third catch tonight for 25 yards. Second down and 4 for the Buckeyes. Football sitting at the 37-yard line. 2 minutes old, third quarter. Sayin, this is a handoff, and this will be another first down and more. Across midfield goes Jackson to the 46-yard line of Miami, and the best run of the night for Ohio State right there for Bo Jackson. It's good for 17 yards and a Buckeye first down. First down for the Buckeyes at the 45, so that was officially an 18-yard run. Sayin again fakes the handoff. Sayin in trouble. Sayin will be sacked for a fourth time. Back at midfield, that'll be a loss of 5. Marquise Lightfoot this time getting the sack on Julian Sayin. Second down for the Buckeyes. Play clock's down to 3 here. They're going to have to get the snap off, and they just do. Sayin looking, throwing downfield to an open receiver inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. First down, Ohio State, 23 yards to Jeremiah Smith. And the Buckeyes with their first real scoring threat of the night. Four catches, 105 yards now for Jeremiah Smith. First down at the 26 of Miami for Ohio State. Had the ball the first 4 minutes here in the third quarter. And this will be a handoff, and this will go to the 22-yard line. Donaldson got to carry that time. Gain of 4. Second down and 6. Buckeyes on the cusp of entering the red zone as they're at the 22-yard line of the Hurricanes. Sayin takes the snap. Sayin, screen pass right side. Has a man. This will be a first down. It'll be first and goal, Ohio State inside the 10. Carnell Tate takes it into the red zone and inside the 10. First and goal, Buckeyes. First and goal, Ohio State at the 8. They've had the ball the first 5.5 minutes here in the third quarter and counting. Sayin looking. Sayin throws right side. Pass caught, but immediately dropped at the 5-yard line. That's the tight end, Kaczmarek, with his first catch, second target. Second and goal. Second and goal at the 5 for Ohio State. A 6-minute and counting drive here to open the third quarter. Sayin on second and goal from the 5. Sayin takes the snap. It's a handoff up the middle and to the 1, but not quite in. It'll be third and goal for Ohio State, as Buckeyes are a yard away from punching it in the end zone for the first time tonight. See if they'll give this right back to Bo Jackson. Third and goal from the 1. Sayin on third and goal. Sayin takes the snap off to Jackson, and Jackson is in, I believe. He is. Touchdown, Ohio State, and the Buckeyes. It took almost 37 minutes tonight, but the Buckeyes finally get on the scoreboard on a Bo Jackson 1-yard touchdown run, and they are an extra point away from making this a 7-point game. So it is now a one-score game. 8:05 remaining in the third quarter. What an opening drive to the third quarter for Ohio State, and a much-needed drive. Extra point try is up, and the kick is good, and it is 14-7, 8:05 remaining in the third quarter. Great start to the second half for Ohio State. They take 11 plays and go 82 yards, take off 6 minutes, 49 seconds, and a Bo Jackson 1-yard touchdown run gets the Buckeyes on the board for the first time tonight. 14-7, 8:05 to play in the third, and we will see the Hurricanes go on offense for the first time in the second half. Boy, all of a sudden now in this game, Ohio State's up to 236 yards of offense. Julian Sayin, 15 of 24, 204 yards. So now Miami trying to respond after Ohio State finally gets in the end zone and on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. As we will see that Miami offense take the field for the first time here in the second half when we come back following this kickoff. Again, the other three college football playoff quarterfinal games are tomorrow. Started off with the Orange Bowl at noon Eastern, Oregon and Texas Tech. That'll be followed at 4 Eastern by the Rose Bowl. It's maybe possibly a rainy Rose Bowl, a big rarity. Alabama and Indiana. And that'll be followed around 8 Eastern with the Sugar Bowl, Ole Miss and Georgia. That Ole Miss-Georgia winner gets the winner of this one next Thursday in the first college football playoff semifinal. So here comes the Ohio State kickoff following their first points of the night. A New Year's Eve night in Arlington, Texas. And here's the kickoff. And through the end zone once again, and it'll be a touchback, and Miami will get it at the 25 on their first possession of the third quarter. So back comes Carson Beck in this Miami offense, starting their first offensive series of the third quarter from their own 25. First down, Miami. Ohio State fans back in this one. They're making a lot of noise now. Beck, here's a handoff on first down, and this will be good for about 5 yards. First carry of the second half for Mark Fletcher Jr. Gain of 5 brings up second down and 5. As we have hit the midway point of quarter number 3. Beck takes the snap. Beck looking. Beck has it batted down at the line, and it'll be third down. Third down. Miami needs 5. Football sitting at the 30. Beck throws and left side has a man. First down at the 42-yard line. That'll move the chains for the Hurricanes. That's Marion with another reception for Miami. And a big one here to move the chains. First down, Hurricanes. So another third down conversion for Miami. And this football now at the 42-yard line. First down and 10. And here comes a handoff. And Fletcher taking the pile with him, and he picks up about 5 yards when it looked like he was only going to have a gain of about 2. It'll be second down and 5 for Miami. Second down for the Hurricanes. Ball up near midfield as we approach 6 minutes to play in the third. It goes right back to Fletcher. There's another first down into Ohio State territory to the 40-yard line. And Miami continuing to march right on down the field as they did in the first half. First down, Miami at the Ohio State 40. Fletcher now up to 67 yards rushing tonight. And this is another carry on first down. This is not Fletcher this time. It'll be good for only a couple yards on first down. That was not, that was, looked like Nye Carr that got the carry that time. 5 minutes and counting to play in the third. Second down and 8. Back on second down and 8. Takes the snap, drops back. Beck is able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's not going to be a sack, but he had nothing downfield. Luckily for him, he got back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be third down. Third down and 8. Actually, they're marking it at the 39, so it is going to be a sack, a 1-yard loss. Hurricanes need 9. They're at the 39 of Ohio State. Hurricanes 4 for 9 on third down conversions tonight. Beck on 3rd and 9 over the middle. Pass is caught, and then it's a fumble, and then picked back up, but it's still going to be short of the first down. My goodness, that was almost disaster for Miami. Malachi Toney made the reception and then took a big hit The ball came out, and then Tony went back to retrieve it. But he's still a couple yards shy of a first down, and now Miami's going to try a field goal here. Carter Davis, just 1 of 4 in that first-round game against Texas A&M, but again, that was a big wind game in that one. This is a 50-yard try, and that kick is up, and it is right down the middle. A 50-yarder extends Miami's lead back to 2 possessions, and it's a 10-point game. 17-7 Miami with 3:01 remaining in the third quarter. No problem from 50 in this one. No elements to worry about here. (17-7). So Miami answers the Ohio State touchdown with a field goal. As a 9-play, 43-yard drive that took 5 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. A Carter Davis 50-yard field goal has put Miami up by 10. The most incredible stat of the night is we are almost through 3 full quarters, and we have not had 1 penalty in this game. The way it should be. Let these kids play it out. You're playing for a national championship here. So Miami set to kick off to Ohio State. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going they had on that last drive, getting on the board and in the end zone for the first time tonight. As the Buckeyes are back in a 2-possession hole here with 18 minutes left in this ball game. Again, on the live stream, I will be back on tomorrow on the live stream for the Rose Bowl, Alabama and Indiana. Scheduled for 4 o'clock Eastern time. That's probably going to kick off more around 4:15, 4:20. Tony, who took that hit when he fumbled the ball on that last drive, he is actually heading into the medical tent to get evaluated. He took a pretty good shot there when he fumbled that ball. So they're going to check him out in the tent. Here's the kickoff. And this time, wisely, Ohio State will not run it out, as that cost them last time. So the Buckeyes will get it at the 25 with just over 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Buckeyes will start this next drive at the 25. Taking a look at some numbers in this one. The Hurricanes have had the ball 24 and a half minutes in this game. Ohio State's had it 17 and a half minutes, so a 7-minute time of possession advantage for Miami in this game. Julian Sayen's outthrown Carson Beck tonight as far as yardage-wise. The one blip on Julian Sayen tonight was that pick six back in the second quarter for Miami's second touchdown of the game. It definitely goes without saying a throw that Julian Sayen would like to have back. Oregon and Texas Tech kicks off the quarterfinal action tomorrow at noon. That'll be down in Miami at the Orange Bowl. That one's going to be a shootout, I have a feeling, as both those teams score a lot of points. So it'll be first down for Ohio State from the 25-yard line. Hurricanes up 17-7. Winner on to the college football playoff semifinals. Winner of this game will play next Thursday, January the 8th, against the winner of Ole Miss and Georgia. Game tomorrow night at the Sugar Bowl. So just about set to resume here. It'll be a first down for Ohio State from the 25. 3:01 remaining in the third quarter. Again, it's worth repeating. I know it was a different format last year, but it bears repeating. The four teams that drew the first round bye in the playoff a season ago all lost in the quarterfinal round. This is a first down carry up to the 29-yard line. This will be a gain of 4 on first down, and we have a Miami player down on the field. Injured Hurricane is number 99, Ahmad Moten Sr., junior out of Fort Lauderdale. Coach Cristobal going out to have a look at Moten, his defensive lineman. This does not look good. Moten looks like he's in a lot of pain down there. Members of the Miami training staff as well out to check on Moten. So break in the action here for the injured player. When play resumes, it'll be a second down and 6 for Ohio State from the 29-yard line. We are under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Everybody watching the live stream right now, go ahead and chime in on the live chat. Who do you like in those 3 games tomorrow? Oregon, Texas Tech, Alabama, Indiana, and Ole Miss, Georgia. We will know our 4 semifinalists after that Sugar Bowl tomorrow night. We're in a stoppage of play here as Miami had an injured defensive lineman on that last play. 17-7 here. Hurricanes lead the Buckeyes. We have 2:50 remaining in the third quarter. Ohio State looking to keep alive their chances for back-to-back national championships. Miami looking to end any chance of a back-to-back for Ohio State. Happy New Year's Eve and a Happy New Year to all of you out there. As we're just about set to resume here, it'll be a 2nd down and 6 for Ohio State. Football at the 29-yard line. Sayin looks over the middle, pass caught. That's 1st down. That's Kaczmarek again, the tight end. And that'll move the sticks for Ohio State up to the 41-yard line. 12 more for Kaczmarek. Ohio State up to the 41-yard line. 1st down and 10. Sayin takes the snap, saying it's a handoff on 1st down, and this will be a gain of only about a couple. Good job there of stacking the line by the Miami defense. As Donaldson gets a couple, it'll be 2nd down. Final minute and a half of the third quarter. 2nd down and 8. Sayin throws left side, wide open receiver and into Miami territory for a 1st down. That's Innes once again. In one of the go-to targets tonight for Ohio State. 1st down for the Buckeyes into Miami territory. First down, Ohio State at the Miami 47. Final minute, third quarter. Officially spotted at the 48. Sayin, here's another handoff on 1st down, left side. Another decent run of 4 yards up the middle. Bo Jackson, and it's 2nd down and 6. Buckeyes will have to snap it one more time here in the third quarter as the play clock still a little ahead of the game clock. That throw, and that's a reception along the sideline. That's Smith with another catch. And the Buckeyes drive it down inside the Hurricanes 25. As that'll go for 24 more for Smith. Jeremiah Smith having a good night tonight. We've got another Miami player down on the sideline here. Can't make out who that is. I can't see the number. This doesn't look good either. He's in a lot of pain as their training staff down there trying to stretch out that right leg. Jeremiah Smith, 5 catches tonight, 127 yards. Back to action. Is Ohio State going to get a snap off to end the third? They do. Final play of the third quarter. It's an end around, but it's going to be a minimal gain of a yard. I think Ohio State was hoping for a little bit better than that. And that play will bring us to the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes left to go in the first college football playoff quarterfinal at the Cotton Bowl. Miami, the 10th seed, leading the 2 seed, Ohio State, 17-7. 15 minutes to go to decide our first semifinalists. Taking a look at the stats through 3 quarters. Ohio State now up to 290 yards of offense. Miami is at 208. Ohio State now has more first downs than Miami, 15-13. Ohio State doing most of their damage in the air, 247 passing yards. Still not getting much going in the running game tonight, just 43 rushing yards for Ohio State. Individual numbers, Carson Beck, Miami quarterback tonight, 16 of 21, throwing the football for 117 yards, 1 touchdown. His go-to receiver tonight, Malachi Toney, 5 catches but just 16 yards. 4 catches, 36 yards for C.J. Daniels, 4 catches, 33 yards for Keelan Marion. Mark Fletcher Jr., 2 catches, 25 yards, and has the touchdown reception. Joshisha Trader, 1 catch for 7 yards. Running the football for Miami, Mark Fletcher Jr., 15 carries, 67 yards. Gerard Pringle Jr. has rushed it 3 times for 12 yards. Malachi Toney, 1 rush for 4 yards, and Carson Beck's rushed it 5 times for 9 yards. Meanwhile, on the Ohio State side, Julian Sayin, 18 of 27, passing the football for 247 yards. That 1 costly interception that ended in a pick 6. He's also found 5 different receivers tonight. His go-to receiver, Jeremiah Smith, 5 catches, 127 yards. 4 catches, 34 yards for Brandon Innes, and 4 catches for 33 yards for C.J. Donaldson. 3 catches, 37 yards for Carnell Tate, and 2 catches for 16 yards for Will Katzmarek. Again, still haven't really got much going in the running game. Bo Jackson's rushed it 10 times for 49 yards and a touchdown. C.J. Donaldson, 5 carries for 26 yards. But Julian Sayin's been sacked 4 times. That's what's brought the rushing numbers down. As we are 15 minutes away, maybe, from deciding a winner. I say maybe because, of course, you've got the overtime aspect. And we are set to get underway here in the 4th quarter. Ohio State has a 2nd down and 9 from the Miami 21. Opening play, 4th quarter. Sayin gives it off to Jackson. Bo Jackson gets tackled down at the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 7 more. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for Ohio State. Third down and 2. Football at the 14 for Ohio State. Sayin coming up, might be changing the play once again. Sayin takes the snap. It's a handoff, and it's not going to get there as Jackson's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. So what do you do if you're Ryan Day? You've got 4th and about 1.5 yards. A field goal would bring it back to 1 score. It's like he's leaving the offense out on the field. Ohio State on 4th downs this year was 11 out of 16. They need a little less than 2 yards here on this 4th down. Sayin looking, throws, and it's caught for a 1st down. It's a touchdown. We have our first flag of the night that is thrown. So hold off. We'll see what this flag is. For now, it's a Jeremiah Smith touchdown reception. And it looks like the flag's going to be against Miami, and it is. So this will be an Ohio State touchdown. And we are an extra point away from a 3-point ball game. So we still technically have not had a penalty tonight, as this one was declined. This to bring the Buckeyes within a field goal. Still 13 and a half minutes to go. Extra point is up, and it is good. 17-14 Miami. Things getting interesting here at the Cotton Bowl. This drive for the Buckeyes. 10 plays, 75 yards. 4 minutes, 33 seconds. 14-yard touchdown pass from Julian Sayin to Jeremiah Smith. And we have ourselves a 3-point ball game. Ohio State now at 311 total yards. Miami at 208. So now Miami, this is as tight as this game has been since that scoreless first quarter. $13:28 remaining. Buckeyes trailed 14-0 at halftime, but have battled back in the second half. To pull within 3. Updating a couple of these stats, folks, here. Bear with me for just a second. So, Miami getting ready to go back on offense. Buckeye crowd was quieted for a majority of the first half, but they're not quiet anymore. Ohio State bench, very active over there. And here's the kickoff. Another touchback, and Miami will get it at the 25. So back comes Carson Beck and this Miami offense. First down, Hurricanes at the 25. The Buckeye fans are very loud. Beck on first down, fakes the handoff, drops back, throws it deep down the field, and that is going to be incomplete. Good coverage there. It was a good throw, but covered well. C.J. Daniels, the intended receiver. But it was great coverage defensively for Ohio State. Second down and 10. Beck. And stuffed on second down on a running play. This is going to be a loss of a yard, as there was absolutely nowhere to go that time. For Mark Fletcher Jr. and the Buckeye fans who were allowed to start this drive are going to get very noisy now. Third down and 11. Miami 4 for 10 on third down conversions tonight. Need to get to the 35 for a first down. Play clock down to 5. And there's the snap. Beck has room to run. And is he going to get to the marker? He's close. Miami says it's a first down, and it depends on the spot. And they're going to give it to him. First down, Miami. Carson Beck does it with his legs. Oh, yeah, he's right at the 35. That's where he had to get to. First down at the 35-yard line for Miami. And Fletcher again, and he's going to be stuffed again after a gain of only 1. Be 2nd and 9 for Miami. $11 and a half and counting to play here in the fourth. Second down and 9 for Miami. Beck looking. Beck throws complete, but quickly out of bounds after the catch. Minimal gain there, and it'll be 3rd and about 6. Marion with another catch there for Miami. 3rd down and 6. Miami converted their previous 3rd down on this drive. That was on the run for Carson Beck. Beck takes the snap. Beck drops back. Beck looking, throws, overshot his man, incomplete. And the Ohio State defense steps up and will force a Miami punt. Beck took a shot there at the end. And here's the punt. And that will go out of bounds. Let's see where they spot this. It's going to be somewhere around the 25, and it's going to be right at the 25 with 10:17 to go. We are about to see the Buckeye offense back out onto the field. So, the Buckeyes down 3. 17-14. Ohio State will start this drive at the 25-yard line. Needing now just a field goal to pull even. So here we go. First down, Ohio State at the 25. Sayin looks, Sayin throws. That's the tight end, Kaczmarek again, and he'll have a first down across the 35, rather, to the 37. That'll be 12 yards and an Ohio State first down. As we go under 10 minutes. First down, Ohio State. At the 37-yard line. Sayin. And this is a handoff, and this will be Donaldson, and Donaldson across the 40 to the 41. Gain of 4 on that one. It'll be second down and 6. Second down and 6. And that's going to be a sack. Number 5 for Miami tonight. Wesley, I'm going to attempt this last name. Wesley Basanthi. That's probably not right. Senior out of Miami that got that sack for Miami. It'll be third and long now. A new person in the live chat. Ryder Johnson, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Third down and 15 now for the Buckeyes. Sayin throws. Caught. First down, Buckeyes to the 48-yard line. Jeremiah Smith once again. On third and 15, they pick up 16 and move the sticks. The drive stays alive for Ohio State. Midway point, fourth quarter. Sayin, first down, throws it deep down the field, but too far, incomplete. It'll be second down and 10. Had a little bit too much mustard on that pass. Clock is stopped with 7:26 to play here in the fourth. 2nd down and 10 for the Buckeyes. Saying it's going to be a flag. The pass is caught. We are now for sure going to have our first penalty of the night. And it's a hold against the Buckeyes. So it took almost 53 minutes before we get our first accepted penalty of this game. So following the hold, it'll be 2nd and 20. Back at the 37-yard line. Saying throws over the middle and off the hands and incomplete. Carnell Tate got his hands on it but couldn't quite haul it in, and now it's 3rd and 20 for Ohio State. Third and 20, back at the 37-yard line. 6:47 to play. Saying they converted a 3rd and 15 earlier on this drive, and now this is going to go nowhere. There was nothing downfield, and Saying tried a little screen pass, but it's going to be a 2-yard loss, and the Buckeyes are going to have to kick this football away. Though the Miami defense holds. And we have a flag here after the punt. Fair catch made at the 10. We'll see what this flag is. It's like illegal motion against the Buckeyes. So let's see if Miami will make them re-kick or they'll just take the 5 yards from the spot. They're going to make the Buckeyes re-kick this. Is Miami to try and get themselves a little bit better field position. So Ohio State will punt it again. And let's see what this does with the field position. Miami would have had it at the 10-yard line on the last punt. And that's going to improve significantly. That's about a 20-yard field change in field position, as Miami's going to have it right around the 30 instead of the 10. 5:56 to go. Back out will come Carson Beck and this Miami Hurricanes offense. They were marching right on down the field in the first half, but the second half's been a different story. Both teams still have their complement of 3 timeouts. So let's see what Miami does here. With under 6 minutes to go. Still with only a 3-point lead. You know, if nothing else, Miami would like to bleed a lot of this clock. Carson Beck has only thrown for 120 yards tonight. Miami's rushed it for 102. Significant difference in the rushing yards from their first round win over Texas A&M, where they went a lot on the ground because of the windy conditions in College Station last Saturday. Meanwhile, Julian Sayin, 22 of 33 for 287 yards. And vice versa, the Buckeyes still haven't really got much going in the running game, just 45 yards rushing tonight. So Miami with 5:56 to go. We'll have a first down at the 30-yard line. Hurricanes trying to hang on and punch their ticket to the college football playoff semifinal next Thursday. Winner here gets the winner of Ole Miss, Georgia in the Sugar Bowl tomorrow night. First down, Miami. From the 30. Beck with the handoff. This is a big run for Fletcher. Inside the 45 to the 48-yard line. 18-yard pickup and a first down. A big first down run there for Fletcher. First down at the 48. We approach 5 minutes to play. It goes right back to Fletcher, and Fletcher gets into Ohio State territory and will pick up 5 more up to the 47-yard line. Fletcher going to go to the sideline for a breather on this play. Second and 6 at the 47. Out of the shotgun, Beck will take it himself, and Beck will pick up about 3. And here comes a very, very important third down, one of the biggest plays of the game tonight. Hurricanes need 3. Football sitting at the Ohio State 44. Under 4 minutes to play. Beck takes the snap, throws, first down, Hurricanes inside the 40. The quick throw by Beck, and he found his target. Charmar Brown with the reception. His first catch of the night. His first touch of the ball tonight. And a chance for the Hurricanes to use some more clock. First down at the 39. Here's a handoff. That's Brown. Brown inside the 30. That's another first down for Miami to the 25-yard line. So Charmar Brown has come up big on the game's last two plays. This could be the final play before the 2-minute timeout. Hurricanes definitely in field goal range. There's another handoff. This time, it'll be a very minimal gain of just a yard. And now this is going to take us down to the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes to play. Miami may be just a couple of first downs away from sealing this one away and heading to the college football playoff semifinals. 17-14 Hurricanes, 2 minutes to go. Can the Hurricanes finish this off and deny Ohio State a chance at back-to-back national championships? Miami does have their, actually both teams for that matter, have their full complement of 3 timeouts. So you know Ohio State will start using them on defense. Miami up 14-0 at the half, but the Buckeyes have battled back in this second half. Miami up to 267 on the total yardage. So Miami at the very most 2 first downs away from putting this one on ice. So 2 minutes to play. Coming back out of the 2-minute timeout. Second down and 9 for Miami. At the very least, they are in field goal range. And if they can kick a field goal here, and if they do, it would force Ohio State to need a touchdown. On 2nd and 9, this is a handoff. This is Charmar Brown dragging tacklers. He was held to a 2-yard gain, but kept the feet going and drug the pile for about 3 extra yards. First time out, Ohio State. Third down and 4. The biggest third down of the night. Miami gets a first down here. I think they can probably run out the clock. If you're Miami, do you keep this on the ground or do you risk putting it in the air? I say they're probably going to keep it on the ground. They need 4 yards here for what would probably be a game-sealing first down. Miami has about as many rushing yards in this quarter on this drive as Ohio State does in the game. On 3rd down and 4, they do put up a screen pass. It'll be a first down inside the 10. That may seal the deal for the Hurricanes. They went with a screen pass to Daniels, and Daniels took it inside the 10, and the Buckeyes can only stop it twice. They're going to stop it right here with their second timeout. A screen pass on a play call that paid off. It is now 1st and goal for Miami at the 8. And Ohio State's chances at a back-to-back national championship have just about faded away. Buckeye fans starting to head for the exits at AT&T Stadium. First and goal at the 7. Here's a handoff. Final timeout here for Ohio State. No, excuse me. They're not taking their last timeout here. Must going to wait till after the second down play. Miami will not have to snap this until there's about exactly 1 minute on the clock. Buckeyes on the sideline starting to realize their chances just slipped, and I think they have just slipped away as Miami gets in the end zone. And that's definitely going to seal it now, as that makes it a 2-possession lead as Charmar Brown runs it in the end zone from 5 yards out. 23-14. And Miami is just about to punch their ticket to the college football playoff semifinals. Extra point is up and good. It is 24-14 Miami with 55 seconds to go. 10-play, 70-yard drive, 5 minutes, 1 second. Charmar Brown, a 5-yard touchdown run that has just put this game on ice for Miami. Barring some kind of major craziness. This will be a touchback on the kickoff, and the Buckeyes will get it at the 25 with 55 seconds to go. So it appears that the string that started last year with the 4 teams that drew the first round bye, all losing in the quarterfinal round, is going to continue. So maybe that bye is not beneficial. First down, Buckeyes at the 25. They have just one timeout. Sayin throws right side. Pass is incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Sayin throws, and that is intercepted. And Sayin throws a game-sealing pick. And Miami can kneel on this one time. Boy, Sayin just kind of threw that up for grabs, and there was a Miami defender right there. Just airmailed it. And the Miami Hurricanes and head coach Mario Cristobal are headed to the semifinals of the college football playoff. They get a win in the first round at Texas A&M, and they stay in the state of Texas in the Cotton Bowl and will get a win over the number 2 seed Ohio State Buckeyes. Miami does not have to snap it again. This has got to be the best win of Mario Cristobal's career. As he raises his right fist with the victory, and the Buckeyes will not win back-to-back national championships. Zeros on the clock, and the Miami Hurricanes are headed to the Fiesta Bowl and the college football playoff semifinal next Thursday. They will take on the winner of Ole Miss, Georgia in the Sugar Bowl tomorrow. As the teams gather around to shake hands on the field, maybe the ACC wasn't so bad after all this year. Ohio State started the season 12-0, but lose their final 2 games of the season. They lose in the Big Ten championship game to Indiana, and now they lose in the quarterfinals of the college football playoff to Miami. 24-14, Hurricanes beat the Buckeyes. Let's run down the final stats from this one real quick before I sign off for the evening. Buckeyes actually outgained the Hurricanes 332 to 291. But Miami gets it done when they had a lot of yards in the first half and got the big yards when it counted late in this game. Both teams had 18 first downs. Hurricanes had about a 6.5-minute time of possession advantage. Individual numbers tonight. Carson Beck wasn't all that fantastic, but did enough. 19 of 26, 138 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Not bad numbers. He found 6 different receivers tonight. C.J. Daniels, 5 catches, 49 yards. Keelan Marion, 5 catches, 36 yards. And Malachi Toney, also 5 catches, 16 yards. Mark Fletcher Jr., 2 catches, 25 yards, and had the touchdown reception from Carson Beck. 1 catch each for Joshisha Trader and Charmar Brown. That's hard for me to say. Running the ball tonight, Mark Fletcher Jr., 19 carries, 90 yards. Carson Beck actually carried it 7 times for 23 yards. Charmar Brown, 5 carries, 26 yards, and the game-sealing touchdown there late in the fourth quarter. 3 carries, 12 yards for Gerard Pringle Jr. Malachi Toney rushed it once for 4 yards. For Ohio State, Julian Sayin, 22 of 35, 287 yards, 1 touchdown, but 2 interceptions. That interception there at the end that sealed the win for Miami, and then he had that pick 6 in the second quarter that made the game 14-0. Jeremiah Smith, his leading target tonight, 7 catches, 157 yards, and a touchdown. 5 catches, 31 yards for C.J. Donaldson. 4 catches for 34 yards for Brandon Innes. 3 catches, 37 yards for Carnell Tate. Also 3 catches for Will Katzmarek for 28 yards. Running the football tonight, not much there in the running attack tonight for Ohio State. Bo Jackson rushed it 11 times for 55 yards and a touchdown. C.J. Donaldson rushed it 7 times for 31 yards. But as a team, just 45 yards rushing tonight for Ohio State as Julian Sayin was sacked 5 times tonight to bring that rushing total down. So again, the final score, Miami wins at 24-14 over Ohio State. Miami is off to the Fiesta Bowl and the college football playoff semifinal next Thursday against the winner of tomorrow's Sugar Bowl between Ole Miss and Georgia. Again, setting the stage for tomorrow, the 3 other quarterfinal games take place tomorrow. Starts at noon Eastern time in the Orange Bowl, Oregon and Texas Tech. That'll be followed by the Rose Bowl at 4 Eastern, Alabama and Indiana. I will be on the live stream for that Alabama-Indiana Rose Bowl game tomorrow. And it wraps up in the Sugar Bowl at 8 Eastern time with Ole Miss and Georgia, with that winner to take on Miami. Appreciate you joining me tonight here on this one. Again, my name is John. You can follow me, subscribe on YouTube at Sports Bonanza John. Subscribe would really help out, so I would appreciate it if you do like my content. Also on Kick at Sports Kick John. You can follow me there. I do also have content on Twitch at Sport Guru John. I have not posted any content on Twitch for a little while, but I will be getting back to posting on there after the first of the year. I will be back tomorrow afternoon for the live stream of the Rose Bowl between Alabama and Indiana. That is scheduled for a 4 o'clock kickoff. It's probably going to be more likely around 4:15, 4:20 on the kickoff, but I will be on right before kickoff there in the Rose Bowl between Alabama and Indiana. Could be a wet Rose Bowl tomorrow in Pasadena. Appreciate you joining me, everybody, and I will talk to you again tomorrow for the live stream of the Rose Bowl between Alabama and Indiana. Have yourself a safe and happy New Year, everybody, and hopefully join me tomorrow on the live stream. Good night, everybody.